If Regency women didn't wear underwear, what happened when they got their periods? Their Regency periods, if you will. Right. The undergarments of your genteel women consisted in 3 layers. First, you had the chemise, a lightweight shift designed to absorb all of the sweat and liquids that came out of your body throughout the day. Delicious. Secondly, you had the stays, which were more of a sports bra with ambition and not the rib-crushing corsets that you see in the media today. And finally, we have the petticoats, which you would layer on top of one another. Now, some women would just opt to free bleed. They would often add an extra layer of petticoat, sometimes one that was lined with wax, to help protect their expensive outer clothing. But the more common method to deal with menstruation was rags, which is where we get the saying, to be on the rags. Now, women came up with various constructions to keep these in place. They would tie a strip of fabric around the hips and then loop a muslin napkin around the front and back. This was stitched with absorbent material in the lining that then could be boiled and reused. Eco queens from way back when. We even had disposable options in the early form of the tampon. This was a stick around the size of a small finger that would be wrapped around with absorbent material, stitched together, and then thrown away after use. And this is where things get a little bit fun. Sometimes the linen used would be soaked with herbal remedies and opium to act as an early painkiller for women while on their Regency periods. Perhaps where we get the myth of women acting crazy when they're on the rags. They're not crazy, they're partying. We tend to think of people from the past as unhygienic, but this really wasn't the case. They just had different ways to handle their hygiene. And just like today, there wasn't the same option for everyone. Women had personal preferences on how to get their opium. And if you enjoy lessons like this, then oh my gosh, why not come to my Australian tour, where I get to info dump on you about history for 90 minutes of your whole life.